Norman, how you doing? Thank you very much for reposting here and including this. I thought this was a pretty clever way to let us know the portions of the letter forms that are being reused. That said, I've got a couple observations here. So we take a look at the areas that need to be reused, right? So I'm taking a look at the 4, and it looks like the 4 is that vertical stem, right? And these vertical stems we can see on the lowercase u and then also on the h. And I'm going to go ahead and say that that would be the basis for all of your vertical stems, the width anyways, right? So we've got the 2 for the cap height vertical stem, and it looks like you've duplicated that over here. That's fantastic. Good. So you get it. You're definitely getting it. A couple of observations I want to talk about here. Now remember, looking at the videos and some of the recommended resources in the class, we see that a lot of these letter forms should really be identical to preserve unity in the typeface itself. So theoretically, this H and this B should be really, really similar. They're not. Right now you've got this chiseled edge of the H, but I'm sorry, of the B, but the H doesn't have that. You've also got this angled ascender for the B, but the H doesn't have that. Really, the only difference between the B and the H should be that crossbar along the baseline for the B. But we can clearly see that the closed counter in the lowercase b is much wider than the open counter in the lowercase h. So there's a consistency that really needs to be addressed. Conversely, there's another. The I should have a tittle, right? A tittle is the dot over the I. And also the I should be, or the cap L should be pretty much the same as the I. But it's not. We can see that the I has that flat top, that flattened top, whereas the lowercase l has just this point. Now, I would recommend not using that point only because it's not consistent with the lowercase I. So theoretically, that L should just be an extension of that lowercase I without the tittle, right? So definitely want to watch that. So, I mean, at this point, honestly, it's just a matter of going through and take this into milestone 3. It's just a matter right now of looking at these things and determining exactly what can be reused to preserve harmony. That's an important concept because, a lot of beginning type designers don't understand it. They were like, well, I want to have more creative freedom than only reusing these specific shapes. The one thing that is not understood at that point is that in order to create harmony in the typeface itself, the less, for lack of a better term, moving parts, the more harmonious it's going to be. So the closer your lowercase h looks to your lowercase b, the more inherent harmony this typeface is going to have, and the more versatile it's going to end up being. Okay, so again, it's just at this point, it's just a matter of going through your letter forms and really studying to see what can be reused. Now, moving into milestone 3, as I started to say before, is you're going to continue this detailed inventory of what you have so that you can determine what you don't have, design those for the other optical relationships of other areas. For example, you don't have any diagonals in this particular title, right? So you're going to have to determine how to develop your diagonals and what sort of consistency you're going to use for the diagonals through all your diagonal letters, V's, W's, X's, etc., right? So keep that in mind. All right, great job. Thank you very much. Any comments or questions, please let me know. Thank you.